Rob with Temporal Coins. And what's all this? Stay tuned. We'll get into it next. All right, guys. A couple of weeks ago, I've been saving this up to do this video, and I think it's going to be a six-parter, and this will be one of six. Might end up going to 7 depending on how much there is to go through. So a friend of a friend came to me, and they had a member of the family pass, and that person collected coins, of course, and they wanted me to price out what the thing was worth, and they were wanting to sell it. So we sort of came to an agreement of a price, and I bought the collection. I thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of go through this and show what I ended up getting, and see what's in the collection altogether. I've been through a little bit of it, kind of face value, but we'll get into it as the video goes along. So let me break this up now that y'all got to see the overview of it, and we'll dive in a little deeper. So let's get to the hunt. All right, guys, we're back. I figure I'd do the flips first on this thing, start off with the bigger coins and then go to the smaller ones. So these were all in the collection. Look pretty nice. We'll start off with this 1840 sitting dollar. So when I was looking at this beforehand and started researching it with my book, one of the things that sort of stuck out was the date, which is supposed to be 1840. And when I flipped it over, it has the banner up at the top. Well, what we found out after looking at it and trying to look it up in the books and did some research, in 1840, the coin didn't have a banner. So that was immediately a red flag. Looking at the United States coins, we flip, you can see here that with no model, ranges from 1840 to 1865. With motto, didn't show up to 1866 to 1873. So, big red flag that this coin wasn't right. So, another good test to see if coins are good. Good magnet. And as you can see from the way this all clapped together, all these coins are fake. Break them apart again so that y'all get to see them. So, since that one went ahead and fell out, you can tell that this is a fake coin. And that was our first indication that, there might be others. And as you saw, there were others. So, as you can see from that magnet test, these three coins here were all fake. So, not only was the 1840 sitting Liberty dollar fake because they kind of screwed up the faking by putting the banner in the wrong year mintage. This 1799 Liberty bust, and when I even looked at it up close, I thought this wear looked kind of weird for a silver coin, but the magnet test sure does make it very easy to see that if this too was a fake coin. Now this peace dollar was kind of hard. There was some wear to it on the back and everything. So that one almost got me with the until we put the magnet to it and saw that it too was fake and not a true silver piece dollar. So 3 coins out of that collection were an absolute bust. So word of warning, when you're buying stuff, take your trusty magnet with you. And it will tell you if it's real silver or not. So next up is this piece dollar. It is also a 1923 piece dollar. It's a lot of wear. However, and this just goes to show you, my wife was trying to get the fake dollars off the magnet. Look, not magnetic. So we do have a real 1923 piece dollar, which is kind of cool. It is the first one that I have ever owned. I don't have one in my current collection, so that was a nice addition. I'm pretty happy with that one. Next up in that collection, we found, which was a 1958 D quarter that he had. There was a 1867 shield nickel, no raise, in pretty bad shape. I'll zoom in on it here a little bit, as you can see. But you can still make out the stars and the 5. And on the reverse side, you can barely make out the shield. But still a nice little shield nickel. 1861. Next that he had in the flip that was outside the thing was this 1946 war nickel. It's not a raw nickel, it's outside the silver natage, but it's still a 1940 nickel, which is in good shape. Other thing he had in this collection was a 1908 V nickel. Had a lot of wear on it, but you can still tell it's a 1908 V nickel. So that's kind of cool. Other thing he had was this 1942P mercury dime, which is in pretty good shape actually. You know, the back is very, very clean, and the front is pretty good as well. And I can tell you right now, in the books over there that you saw earlier, there's a lot more mercury dimes to come. A 1953 S Rosie silver dime, pretty good shape. That's pretty cool. 90% silver. Had a couple foreign coins. 1998 Canadian 5 cent. 1982 Canadian 10 cent. It's 5 cent. Now, I haven't checked to see. I know Rob's talked about some of the errors on those 5 cent with the beaver. I haven't checked for those yet, but it was in his collection. The other interesting find that we found was a 1950 German coin, a Piffling, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen many German coins, but it's got a little, I don't know if you can see it very well on the thing, but there's a nice little design on it. Kind of cool. 1950 German coin. Alright guys, that's it for video 1. I don't want these to be too long. after putting them all together, but I figured I'd give you, this is video 1. We'll come back in here a few minutes. We'll get into the bills. So again, if you like this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe. If you saw anything that you'd like to comment on, please comment in the video below. And as always, happy hunting and good luck.